Right. The Lord said he would speed up the days for the elect's sake. So it's no surprise that the days are moving, the days are flying. You have months feeling like weeks, weeks feeling like days, years feeling like months. So things are happening, man. But as we move forward, pursuant to various scriptures that warn us of the times to come, that spooky turn, all right, is right around the corner. Okay, and it's not going to be prolonged for long. It's only a matter of time, because when it goes down, as it says in the book of Habakkuk, when it goes down, it's not gonna be you know a light matter. All right, it's gonna be noticed, because the scriptures tell you that throughout this period of Jacob's trouble, hey, that's a spirit 4441. But throughout the period of Jacob's trouble, there's gonna be a whole lot of death. Okay, a lot of people are gonna be dying for various different reasons, and death brings a lot of fear, especially when it's in like such large numbers. But this is what, according to the Bible, according to biblical prophecy, this is the direction that the world is headed in, and there's nothing that you can do to change that, because this is the will of the Most High. This is the judgment that He is bringing upon the world for all the evil that's being done. All right, where if you stand up for good, or you say you declare what's right and wrong, you're automatically categorized and put into a box. Okay, that's what they do. They have labels for everything, and what they want to do is just do away with the concept of what's right and what's wrong, and just leave everything to how you feel. Just the spectrum of where you fall on the spectrum based on how you feel, what you want to identify as. What do you want to do? But that's out of order. All right, now I'm gonna start off here with the book of Second Esdras, the 9th chapter. Let me see, starting at the 7th, Second Esdras 9 and 7. All right, because number one, you have this poison that a lot of people willingly accepted. And if you look at things from the perspective of the elites, right, and you think about it, you say, well, hold on 1 second. Let's see. Just Slovakia. Right. So you think about it from the perspective of the elites. We know that we know the nature of our enemy. Okay. The scriptures say love worketh no ill towards his neighbor. So clearly, they don't love you, because all they've been doing is working ill towards you. And now when you turn around and you start looking, that's what it is, right? That's why you have to be patient. You can't be hasty, right? When the situation came where they started putting great emphasis on people drinking this poison, all right, accepting the poison, they a lot of people made decisions out of haste. They made decisions out of fear. If I don't do this, and they push that so-called sense of urgency upon you, making it seem like this is World War III. And then once a certain target was hit, things just calmed down drastically, right? So there was some accomplishment with whatever it is, but it takes a while. It's a matter of time before you see what, how things fully manifest. It's not going to be right away. So you had people that did it, and then they were scared for a minute. Then some time went by, so then they started to calm down. Their guard went back down again, because they were all, oh, okay, you know what, I'm fine. But now we're about to see, because the scriptures say mass death is coming, and it's going to come by many, many means. Now, they have plans in which this guy, Billy Gates, always says that if they do a good enough job, with you know what I'm talking about, with them things, right, with them sticks, they do a good enough job with them sticks and needles, that they be able to reduce the world population. So what when those same people who tell you we do a good enough job with that, we can drop the numbers, come and tell you that it's safe, it's S&E, right? Safe and effective S&E, and you go ahead and you believe that, oh yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. That's why God gave me 2 arms. One for the regular and one for the boost. Man, oh shit. Anyway, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 7. And it reads, and everyone that shall be saved, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So who is it that have been sanctified by the Lord from the beginning? It's the elect of the nation of Israel. And they're the same ones that are going to be able to be saved by the works and faith whereby they have believed, right? Because the scriptures tell you in the book of Timothy, thou hast known the holy scriptures, which from thy youth thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation. See? And linking up with that in Isaiah 33 and 6, it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So wisdom and knowledge of what? Wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. Now, a prime example is whatever we're about to witness, whatever effect we're about to see happen to, people within the next however long, right, the near future, and let's say it's a result of the poison or the Kool-Aid or whatever you want to term it, that'll even be an example of Isaiah 33 and 6, because through the wisdom and knowledge and spirit and power of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, not only were we able to steer clear of it, but those that took heed and listened were also able to do that. Now, when, whatever the reason is, because there has to be a reason, right? If they admitted that it's unrelated to whatever they said it was related to, and yet they still wanted you to drink it. And when people drink it, they had feelings after drinking it, changes. So clearly is drinking it does something, but whatever it does, it's not whatever they said that it does. So now you got to ask yourself, well, these people have an evil agenda. Number one thing on their one of the top things on their list is reducing the population. Then they come out and give a cover story and then come out later and say, oh, well, you drank it, but it wasn't really to do what we said it was going to do. So then now you got to ask yourself, well, so what's in store for me? It says here, then shall they, verse 9, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Yeah. See, look, the Most High is the one in charge of everything going on. The Most High is the one in charge of the death, the chaos, the destruction, the plans that Esau comes up with, the legislation, the events they set up. The Most High is in charge of it all. So when he gives us the insight, or the insight, all right, and lets us know what we got to do, and you don't want to take heed to that, you're gonna be in that painful case because you didn't listen. You thought that we were all just speaking out of our own minds and we do what we want to do. Well, a lot of people are about to find out what doing what you want to do is going to lead you. Where that's going to lead you. All right. Yeah, exactly. Right to that ER. So it says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, because they were so consumed with the things of this world. Well, all of that is about to get taken away. Okay? All that is about to get taken away, man. It says, and they that have loathed my law, which the law the Lord set up was for you, was for us, to keep us in line, to keep us in check. But they loathed the ways of the Lord, right? While they had yet liberty, the freedom to do what you ought to do. And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. Not only did you refuse, you despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished. And who's going to be punishing the ungodly? The Most High. All right, via his angels, via his whipping stick on the earth. So the punishments of the Lord can come in famine. They can come in pestilences. They can come in natural disasters. They can come in martial law troops. They can come in getting stabbed up, getting shot. You know, they come in many forms, getting torn up by wild animals. It says, who's the world? Oh, Slakia. And when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. And very soon, a lot of people are going to be, when unexplainable things start happening, because that's where things are going. They're going into the unexplainable. All right, people are going to be spooked out. They're going to be looking for answers, and they're not going to get them. So when the unexplainable things start happening, when the spooky things start happening, things that watching it on camera alone will give you shivers down your spine because of how scary it is, knowing that it's real and you don't know what to do. When those things start happening, those that listened are going to be grateful and thank God that they didn't end up, making a stupid decision. And those that don't take heed, well, they're going to be in a whole world of hurt. Okay? It says, then answered I and said, I have said before and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish. To perish means you die. Okay? So there's going to be many more of them that die, that perish, than of them which shall be saved. More people are going to be put to death. More people are going to die than those that are going to be saved, than those that are going to survive. So that's going to be a very spooky and scary time. All right, whatever the cause of death or causes of death is going to be, it's going to be taking out a whole lot of people, man, because there's a lot of people on the planet. So that's going to be a very, very great, great set of judgments that are going to be going out. Right? It says here, there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. And the comparison is like as a wave is greater than a drop. So now imagine you being a part of the drop and witnessing a wave of death of various reasons. But one large cause of death is pestilence, famines. Okay, but pestilence is a very major cause of death. So imagine witnessing that. I mean, let's say the Lord has mercy on you, which we all pray he has mercy on us and our loved ones. But even witnessing it, that's why the scriptures say the righteous shall be quiet for fear of evil. Because even witnessing how many people are going to be, dropping, seeing what ways they're going to be dropping, the pain they're going to be in, it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy, but that's why it says in Jeremiah 30:7 and Daniel 12 and Matthew 24 and Mark 13 and Luke 21 that there's going to be a time like never before. Because the Most High, that's why he's called the King of Terrors. When you read Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, Wisdom of Solomon, the 18th chapter, you read about some of the destructive calamities that the Lord brought upon the Egyptians back then. And the stories of that are still told till today because of how crazy, how wild and scary and spooky it was. And it was talked about all the way up until now. So now the Lord says, well, guess what? What I did to Egypt is not even going to compare to what's going to go down in this Egypt. Then you start to think in your mind, well, Lord, what do you really have in store for this place? Because my goodness. You go read Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 18. Read about, matter of fact, you got a little portion of that, and I'm going to read it in here. But when you read it, man, you'll see. All right, this is like great fear is coming. Fear so strong, people are going to be dying from just being scared alone, just being so afraid and so terrified that they're going to be dying. So imagine what are we going to be going through? All right, Isaiah 13:6, it says, "Howl ye, for the day of the Lord Yahawah is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty." And when this destruction comes, when these judgments start coming to pass, people are going to have a different perspective. While the 666, all right, people are going to have a completely different perspective of the Most High. Because, see, you can't see the Most High right now, right? So a lot of people, basically, they have this image of the Most High in their mind. And it's consistent in their mind because nothing major has happened to shift that, to show what the Most High is truly like to them. And a lot of them don't know the God of the Bible. They only know the God of the tales that they've been told, the God of Christianity, the God of how they picture him in their mind. But when they start seeing the effects, the death, and they start praying to whoever it is they're praying to and nothing is happening, only what the Lord's will is happening, they're going to get a real wake-up call that, oh, shoot, I know that the Most High is behind this, but I'm praying and he's not stopping this. That means he's really with this. That means that everything I thought from a youth upward is not what it is. This God is scary. Right? Then they go, how can a just God do this? You know, look at all these people, and why didn't he stop this? Oh, you about to find out. Verse 7, it says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Yeah, because it's going to be so scary that people are going to be afraid. Okay? People are going to be afraid. People are going to be shook up. They're not going to know what to do. They're going to be, you know, messed up. And they're not going to have power to do anything. Their ideas, their thoughts, their plans of, oh, I'll do this, I'll go here. If it was me, it's all going to melt just like that. Because of the fear, because of the danger. It's one thing to say something before you're in the situation, and there's another thing to be in the situation. Verse 8, it says, and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. All right, and this is going to be the condition that people are going to find themselves in. Not having a way out, not having a solution, not knowing who to go to, witnessing their loved ones, you know, get taken out and feeling helpless about it. Watch, that time is coming, watch. And that's when all the game playing is going to stop. All the mirth is going to cease. All the folly is going to disappear. And there's going to be a very somber and solemn energy out here. Laughing and smiling amongst people of the world is going to be scarce. Because it's going to be like, what's there to smile? What's there to laugh about? But on the other hand, Isaiah 65 tells you that the servants of the Lord are going to be rejoicing. So just you wait. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 3. Now, this is what took place. This is what happened to the Egyptians back then. And the children of Israel were spared. But in this time, the Lord is not going to spare all of the children of Israel. He's only going to spare the elect. The rest, they're going to be lumped in with the modern-day Egyptians, and they're all going to get that work. Now, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 3. It says, for while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished is surprised, and troubled with strange apparitions. Okay? And for those that don't know what an apparition is, I will do you a favor this time, and I will type in the definition here. It says, ghost, a ghost. So do ghosts exist? Well, we're reading of one now. Right? A ghost or ghost-like image of a person. All right? The appearance of something remarkable or unexpected, typically an image of this type. Now, some of the synonyms are ghost, phantom, which a ghost is really just a spirit. All right, ghost, phantom, spirit, shadow, presence, vision, shade, spook. Okay? This is what happened in ancient Egypt, for those that don't know. The Lord pulled up scary apparitions, scary look. First off, you have certain angels that are just they're just scary looking. Just to look at, they are scary looking. Some of them, when you read the description of them, you're like, damn, I don't want to see. You know, like I do. You can stay in the fourth dimension. I don't want to see what you look like. You know, because some look, you know, like humans, but some, or I should say humanoid, but some, well, you know. So imagine what the spirits that are created for vengeance. You know, because you have spirits that can jump on people and use them to do things, but you also have apparitions. Because when you read in the book of Maccabees during the time of Heliodorus, the Lord sent down angels that were calmly and you know, strong to whoop Heliodorus's ass. But just as you have angels on the right hand that can do that, you also have demons on the left hand that can do that. Okay? It says here, so it says, and troubled with strange apparitions. So in the darkness of the night, they were seeing strange ghost-like spirits. And that happened. And we're in this time is going to be much worse than that. So it says, for neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. So they must have been going through hell. All right. Seeing things, hearing things, being so, oh man, petrified with fear. Verse 5, it says, no power of the fire might give them light. So imagine darkness so thick, so dark, that fire, fire lights up anything. But even that, you can light a fire, you can hear the fire, but you can't see it because of how dark it is. And in this time, there's a power outage and people are already screaming. Oh my God. You know, it says, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night. So it was like a dark aura, energy, veil covering that just covered them. The stars, the moon, and none of that pierced through. It was just darkness. It says here, verse 6, only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself. So imagine that. You hiding in the corner somewhere, it's dark, you hearing things, you hearing screams. What do you think you think the Egyptians were quiet while this was happening? Hell no. Women, men, children, seeing apparitions, hearing sounds, the lights is dark. You think they were quiet? No, they were screaming. Fear, afraid. Right? So it says here, there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself. So imagine a fire just whoom, by itself, just lights up in the darkness. Very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. So you can only imagine what they were witnessing and going through in that darkness. And and back then, it wasn't, spirits weren't a foreign concept. You know, it wasn't something strange necessarily, because the Egyptians, they dealt with sorceries. They dealt with left hand things. So seeing a demon or, you know, some supernatural stuff wasn't like as spooky because they were used to that. They knew it was real. Imagine fast forward into a world like today where somebody puts on a clown suit and pops up behind you and you already catching a heart attack. And imagine the Lord taking this situation and amplifying it to a degree that we can't even number, and then hitting these people in this time with that. It is truly going to be a recipe of destruction. All right, recipe for destruction. And the world is not ready, man. But the Lord is he's about to turn things up. And things are about to take a very spooky turn. And people are not ready for that. But in any case, I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Rakah Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.